subscribe to Fake Hype TV. You won't regret it. He's witty, eager to learn, and an amazing assistant coach. Thanks for all the comments about my edgy attire. I'm guessing those were compliments. The advice I would like to offer for your next adventure is from Joshua 1:9. Be strong and courageous. Don't be afraid, don't be discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Without further ado, please give it up for assistant coach Sebastian.
Wow, this is a lot of people. Welcome to the award ceremony address. Dr. Salerno, parents, teachers, grandparents, friends, and classmates. I am going to make my speech short. My name is Sebastian Perez, and tonight I want to share with you some of the highlights of my middle school experience here at Monte Vista. But to do this, we have to go all the way back to 6th grade. I remember my first day of school, my friend Colton and I walked into Monte Vista, excited about the possibilities, but also scared about not knowing what to expect. As the days progressed, we became more comfortable. 6th grade teachers were great teachers who made learning interesting. Mr. Stanton was a great teacher that will never be forgotten. A project that I will always remember is the Make a Change project. This was a project that required us to go and make a difference in our community. Examples were raising money for cancer foundations, cleaning beaches, and raising money for blankets for the sick. Now for one of those frightening moments. Halfway through the middle of 6th grade was Colton at my side. We were called to Mr. Blute's office for an iPad check. I thought iPad checks were just a myth. On my way to Mr. Blute's, I remember deleting a few games. We handed our iPads to Mr. Blute, and an hour later I was called back to talk about an app called Waze. For a second there, I thought he had found one of my games. 7th grade was great, with the exception of the 50 essays we had to write for Mrs. Renard's class. Again, we did a community improvement project. This time, in addition to Colton, Brandon, and Tyler, we were part of a bigger group. I remember our project being so terrible, a backpack who protected against strangers. 8th grade, however, was the best year of all. Our teachers were fun and calm, or maybe it was because I felt more at home. Among the class favorites are Mr. Townsend, Mrs. Selk, the history teacher, Mr. Jones, the science teacher, and the new but just as great Mr. Smith. Our projects were hard but very enjoyable, such as building a model of a bridge and a roller coaster. We also got to visit the Golden Gate Bridge. But throughout all 3 years, the most feared person at Monte Vista Middle School was Mr. Blue. The students even gave him a nickname, the Eagle. Did you know that, Mr. Blue? We gave him this nickname because of how closely he watched over us, waiting for anyone to make one bad move in order to snatch us from our bad decisions. We even gave his office the nickname, the Eagle's Nest. This is because this is where he deals with the troublemakers. You knew you were in trouble when he looked at you and pointed his finger like this. Mr. Blute, although I feared you, I learned to understand that your behavior was born out of concern and the desire to protect us under your eagle wings. I'm confident that anyone lucky enough to have met you will always remember you with fondness. Thank you, Mr. Blute, Mrs. Hamilton, and every teacher and guidance counselor who watched over us and who provided us with an unforgettable middle school experience. And thank you all for the opportunity to address you tonight. Seabass out.